Just setting everything up at the moment. Few last minute setups. Let some people get on if you guys want to. So what I'm going to be doing in this live stream, I know I said no last minute live streams, but if you can tell, this camera is sick. It's a brand new HD 1080p camera that I got in from Amazon, which I'm loving. And I was going to wait until Sunday to do any type of live streaming, because that's when we're going to be doing the giveaway, Sunday at 4 p.m. Hopefully we give away one of these 3D printed helmets this Sunday to one of you guys out there. But since I get to go see Endgame tonight, which I'm pumped about. And so I figured, since I'm going to see Endgame tonight, and then tomorrow I'm doing the Iron Man meet and greet, and then Saturday I'm doing the meet and greet, and then Sunday we're going to be doing live to do the giveaway and stuff. I want to show you guys the Iron Man suit before everybody else gets a chance to see the Iron Man suit. And I was going to do this with the Iron Man suit on, but I don't have anybody here to help me put it on, and it takes 2 people at the very least to put it on. Somebody with tiny, nimble hands, and me to help move stuff around. So I'm going to show you a few pieces, piece by piece, and we'll go over that. Now, I'm not going to wear the Iron Man suit tonight. Tonight's my payment for coming tomorrow, basically. See, I'm getting paid by one of the events that I'm going to. Only because they offered. To be honest with you, I would go no matter what. I would just go and do it, because I love bringing joy to people, and especially little kids, because I have my own little kids. And if Iron Man would have been around in any of the Iron Man movies, I would have taken my kid there in a hot second. But everybody around my area feels like compensation is needed, so in order for me to come tomorrow when Endgame starts, is tomorrow, after the first showing and before the second showing is when I'll be there to do meet and greets with kids, so they can meet like the real Iron Man. It's going to be really cool. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited to let them all experience that and be happy. And I'm also going to be bringing Stormbreakers, so they can act like they're Thor and hold the Stormbreaker while taking a picture with Iron Man. I think that's going to be cool. But the theater called me yesterday or the day before that, and I had already told them that I wanted to come up there and wear the Iron Man suit, and they said, well, we want to do something for you. And I said, are you guys, it takes like 30 minutes to put this thing on. It has to be me and another person, so I obviously can't come watch the first showing and then put it on and be out there before the second showing, because there's only like a 30-minute turnaround. And I was like, do you guys do like a preview of the movie before you take it to the general public? And they were like, yeah, we do it, the night before at this time stuff. You and your son are more than welcome to come out. And I was like, yes, I get to watch it before everyone else. So that's exciting. Anyways, I'm going to show you the Iron Man, which is behind me. It's all prepared and set up, so I'm going to have to, this will be a nice little test so I can see how good this does. You guys can tell me how the sound is from a distance, but I'll be bringing everything up to the light and to the computer. So what do you guys want to start out with? Small stuff, helmet, big stuff, just from the feet up? There's so many pieces. I should have counted all the pieces so I could know how many pieces, like in total. I have all the rolls set aside that I'm going to show you in a next video. how many rolls it took. In fact, I think you might be able to see them right here. You can see how far up the rolls go. Those are all the rolls that I used for the Iron Man suit. So that's from the floor up to there. So it's quite a bit of filament. So let's start with the hands. The hands will be an easier thing to do. Let's do that, because then I can sit down up here while people get on and such. And I have them close in this little box here. So each of the hands come in 3 pieces. I've got paint all over my hands from the Stormbreaker. I used a glove thing to, if you guys watched the video that I released yesterday, you'll see why that is. But each hand is 3 pieces. There's the top part of the hand, the bottom part of the hand, and it's like a topper, I think is what it's called. So I'm going to put one of these on for you just to show you how they go on. And this is the hardest part. We get the whole suit on, and then this is what we struggle with, because it's so hard for one person to do it on another person. And I can't, you can see how that chest is, it's so wide, I can't actually reach across and grab my other hand. I can't touch my hands together in the front or anything like that, so I can't actually grab and help out. So what we do is we start, and each of these have 2, let's move this there, 2 straps on the inside. You can see 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2. I usually start with this bottom piece, put the 1 strap over, like that. I'm getting used to this because it's all mirrored on this side, so I'm trying to watch on here to make sure it's in view, and it's all mirrored so it's backwards. So, oh, I grabbed the wrong hand. And then take this one, and there's that first strap there. So those 2 straps are like that. And then I can put this strap from the bottom one, that second strap, over. So now that one's on. And then you just kind of pull this forward. I know this is probably a lot more work than it needs to be. I'd never done this before, so this made sense to me. So now I slip that other strap between there. And these all have elastic, so they pull, but it still needs to come forward a little bit. So I just kind of pull it forward, slip these over each finger. And then slip it back. And it all goes on. That is one hand. And this does light up. You can see the cord coming down here. And this goes up through the wrist and then connects to the bicep here. There's another light in the bicep, and then it runs up into the main circuit that's in the chest. So that is the hand. And I think this is about as far as I can close it there. I know a lot of people put their helmet opener and closer like right there, a little button on the end of the thumb. They usually just push it and it opens the hand. If you ever wondered how some people do that. So alright, that's the hand. That was the last, I think the hands, if you guys were watching all the videos, were the last ones that I put on. So the way my son takes this off is he just barely moves this forward, and then he just stretches this out, tries to bend my finger all up. He's the only one who can put this entire suit on me correctly. My wife tries to help me out a lot. She usually just gets frustrated and leaves. But my son, he's the only one who can go from beginning to end. Oh, crap, I probably shouldn't have taken that off. I guess you don't really need to see this. The hand topper just slips over all of it. It's got a wide enough strap over it that it just slips over the top. And without the top on, and it's got plenty of clearance, but that's just not really necessary. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here, just so you guys can see? I'm going to put this image up so you guys can see that and follow along, because that's me wearing it. So that was the hands portion of it. The helmet, let's scoot over. Which direction do I need to go? This way. Here's the helmet. Now this thing is, it did fall and bust the other day. If you guys follow me on Instagram, this whole part, my daughter ran through the house and knocked it over and busted this entire section open. I had to go through and redo it. But it's pretty comfortable. You can see the inside here. Let's move this way. It's got koozies as cushions all in the helmet. And then you can see here, this is 2 ABS clear pieces of plastic. It's surgical plastic, and it's got real thin curtain, like a curtain material behind it. You guys can see those in the build videos. I think you might be able to see it a little better from the front. But it reflects the LEDs really, really well. And it just has a 9-volt plug in there. This is actually going to eventually plug into the entire suit. Once I get like an Arduino and start running different things, I'm going to put different connections to where I can turn certain things on at certain times. But for now, this has just got the LED lights that are on the inside. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 LEDs on the inside. And then 10 and 11 because it's got these blue ones on the side, but I don't have them hooked up because I didn't need them. So it's one of the more comfortable pieces of this entire thing. In fact, it's so comfortable that it's loose. So I can wear it, and then if it's getting too hot or something, I can just pop it up. It's that loose. So just pop it down. So, and then my hair's all in the way. Sorry, phone call. And then I made sure, and you can see there is a bit of a distance between here and here. That way it doesn't fog up, because it gets really hot in this suit. Like really hot. I think the longest I've wore it at a time was 30 minutes, and you sweat. Like by the time, about 10 minutes into it, you're pouring down sweat, and you're in my what is that thing called? It's a morph suit. The morph suit that I have underneath is a light gray. And about 10 minutes into it, the morph suit's a dark gray, because it's got so much sweat and stuff on it. So since this gets so hot, not only do you have heat coming from your mouth up, and typically if anybody's ever wore a cosplay helmet, you know it fogs up quickly. Not only do you have that with this suit, but you also have the heat coming up from your body that comes up straight up and under into your mask. And so these vents that are in the side, that I left in the side, help deter that, and this doesn't fog up at all. So I can wear this around forever, and I don't think it's going to fog up unless it was like, I bet you if I wore it somewhere and it was freezing out and I was wearing it like really cold or something, then I bet you it would fog up. But This one doesn't. All right, so that's the hands and the helmet. Next up is the shoes. And these are kind of dusty. I'm wearing them, trying to get them a little bit more comfortable because these are probably the most uncomfortable part of the entire suit. I'm not a shoemaker. I've never made shoes before. And I wasn't actually going to make these. I was going to make all the top stuff and put it on a regular pair of shoes. That way the bottom was more comfortable. And I ended up taking the entire print and making the entire thing, splitting it up into several different pieces, as you guys can see in the DIY making videos. Made it all separate pieces. This is both PLA and ABS. So like this piece is PLA. This is, let's see. Yeah, I think this front piece is PLA. No, this front piece is ABS, or this front piece is TPU. This big part is TPU. This is PLA. And then I think there's a PLA side here, but this side is TPU. I don't know. This is the first thing that I've ever made that has TPU and PLA all in it, and it was pretty tough to do. I made sure that like this part up here in the front, this part here in the back, you know, front of your foot, back of the foot was in TPU, so it would move around and it wouldn't stick me. I think the most uncomfortable part is I should have made this whole piece right here on the side. I should have made that TPU, but I didn't. And I think that's the most uncomfortable thing about it. And I took the inside. You can see there's foam on the inside. It's labeled right and left, but there's foam on the inside. This, you can see this indentation here. So this goes up into the shoe. But that foam is cut in a way to make that flat on the bottom. So my foot goes in flat. That goes all the way towards the front. And then it's got this latex glue coating all around it to try to make it a little bit more comfortable. And it doesn't much. These things are hard to wear. You can wear them for like 30 minutes at a time. But I wouldn't suggest more than that because they do start hurting your feet after a while. This part right here is PLA too. It's pretty rough. So I would probably, anything on my suit, this is probably what I'd remake out of anything, and I'd make these in TPU. The whole thing in TPU, not just certain parts of it, but the entire thing I would remake in TPU. So if anybody makes the DO3D Mark 50 suit, make the shoes in TPU, the entire shoes. So, let's see. That mirroring thing, I got to get used to that. And they do hook up and they do light up. So the bottoms there, they do light up. These parts, there's the hook up right there that comes out of the back, and that goes up through the ankle piece into the thigh piece, and then the thigh piece runs into the bottom part of the main torso of the suit. So these are probably the worst made pieces too, because they were so hard to do, and I was experimenting a lot. I was melting pieces, specific pieces I was melting together, and specific pieces I was gluing together using different types of fabric glues and stuff, different types of flex seal glue, and all sorts of different glues, just to see what would work the best. I even watched shoe videos, like people making shoes and refurbishing shoes and stuff like that, to see what would actually hold a lot better. And this has no super glue on it. None of this is put together with super glue. It's all, almost the entire suit is super glue and baking soda together, along with being solder melted on the inside together. The entire helmet the pieces are melted together. They're soldered together using a soldering gun and extra plastic. And these are the only ones that have these types of glues and stuff used for it. So I did a lot of research on shoes, just trying to figure out how these would hold up, because I was scared that shin pieces would push down onto them because they set right on top. The shins do. In fact, they go over like this a little bit on the top, and they really push down on it. And I wanted to make sure that it didn't just break. You know, the first time I wore it and took a step, just pop off. You know, that would suck. God, that would suck so bad. But there they are. Let's be done with the shoes here. All right. Let's do the other TPU pieces. The 2 TPU pieces. Now these pieces looked really good when they were done, and I did the smoothing process that is done by Nico Industries. If you guys watch any of Nico Industries videos, he has a TPU smoothing process that he does, and I tried all sorts of different stuff to smooth TPU, and I'm not sure the longevity of his process or not. Like, I don't know how long it's supposed to last or not, and the paint that I used is fairly flexible, and so it flexes along with it, but I do have some spots in this that I'm going to have to go in and retouch up, and I think it's because of the gloss coat that I put on it, because I did an acrylic gloss coat on it, not even thinking about the acrylic. Acrylic hardens up and it doesn't flex. And see, I tested the red, and I sprayed the first one with red and tested out how it flexed and things like that, like pushing in on it and stuff, and it flexed really good. But as soon as I put the gloss coating on, I noticed parts chipping off. In fact, on this side I've got an entire huge section that started chipping off, so I'm gonna have to go back in there and redo this entire part here. I mean, you don't really see it when it's on. It's not really that noticeable because it's on the bottom. People don't really like look down, and I think if I remember right, this is on the inside, so it's not really that noticeable. The rest of it still looks really nice, but I think if I were anybody else that was making this suit, I would say to use a different gloss coating on it. If you're going to use a gloss coat, don't use an acrylic like I did, because I've been using this specific gloss since forever ago, and it's the best stuff that I've ever used. It goes on top of anything. There's some gloss coatings that I've put, you know, I finished something up, I got everything the right colors, and then I went, you know, waited a couple days to make sure that it was dry, and then put the gloss coating on, especially with the Deathstroke that I did. I think I waited 4 days for it to dry, and then I put a gloss coating on it, and it just, all of it just spidered up, and it messed up. Had a lot of trouble with it. So I found this one gloss that goes over everything, and it's an acrylic gloss, and it's been doing really good on everything PLA, but I wasn't even thinking when I did the TPU piece that it hardens up and it doesn't flex. And so I think when I redo it, I'm gonna recoat this with a clear something or other that flexes. But that's those 2 pieces, and those are the ankles. No light ups or anything, just really cool pieces. These I had the most trouble with. You guys know that have been watching this channel for a while and watched all the videos that I made of the Iron Man stuff, because I made these in PLA first to see if they would fit, and then I made them in TPU, but they were too small, and I threw it in the garbage. All sorts of stuff. These, and then my printer stopped working halfway through making these, and God, we had so much trouble with that. But I finally got them done, and they look really good for what they were. So I do bend and flex, and they're awesome. They're the hardest things to get on too, because these fit my ankles perfectly. So I have to, like, we put them halfway on, and then I have to step down, and they just pop on, and then when we're pulling them off, I have to, like, wiggle my foot around, and my calf muscle goes up and down, and it kind of just pops back up. So those are the ankle pieces, TPU. Then of course we got knees that go right on top of that. So nothing special, just knees. They just wrap over with 2 straps. And they go on the inside of the ankle knob like that. You can see that knob sticking up in the back. So the strap goes around the leg, but on the inside of that, and it's hidden completely out of the way. So. That is the ankles. And these are the thighs. So these go around the neck like this, and that's what holds them up. Oh, I got to cross over. I think I got them on the wrong side. They're the biggest pieces I had. They took quite a while to print and quite a bit of sizing. These are actually, the actual prints of them are way different than this. The way that they end down here at the bottom. The actual print themselves, they fit together with the ankle pieces like a puzzle piece. And I had to round them out, and I had to recut this out bigger, and I had to cut the back out bigger. And then this part, the inside actually comes all the way up to about here. And in order to get it to fit on correctly, I had to cut all this out. Now, without cutting this out and without cutting these out, it still fit on. And I was able to heat form this like crazy using a blow dryer, and just, you know, if you take a blow dryer and hold it to PLA for a while, you can get it to flex a little bit, and you can actually mold it and move it around a little bit. And I got it to where I could wear it and it was decent, but I didn't really have very much motion at all. I mean, I would have to sit there and basically walk like this. This just gives me more range because the inside of your leg flexes when you walk, and your muscle expands and contracts and constantly, and cutting that part out to allow your muscle to do that allows you so much more walking. And I looked at all the other Iron Man suits out there, and none of them had this inside part go all the way up. None of them did. In fact, a lot of them go down farther than this. And then the ankle part, the parts down here, on all the other Iron Man suits were basically like this. And they didn't go down into a point and stuff like this original piece actually did. So, so yeah, that made it so much better. I also rounded the end off up here and rounded the tip right there. The reason I'm showing you this one is because I gotta put that one back on. My wife broke that off the other day when we were putting it on to take pictures for the theater lady. So, but yeah, it goes around here, and then you can just slip them on. Well, I'm not gonna put them on because I'm wearing jeans. So, and that holds them up to the right height. Because if these aren't held up, they'll fall straight down on top of the ankles, and then you can't move, you can't bend your knees. So, and these have lights in them. I forgot to say that. You can see these are the cords that go up into the torso that come out the top, and then it's got cords that go down through the ankles and then connect to the shoes. So, those are the thighs. There's either a ghost in my house or there's some pressure happening outside, but my house is making all sorts of funky noises. I just keep hearing this. Maybe I have like a hobo in my attic. Don't joke about that crap. It'll come true. Next thing you know, I'll be up fixing my roof and somebody will come out of the attic window thing. Ah, hobo! Alright. So these are the wrist pieces, go across here. And these I didn't really have to make much adjustment to. Straight PLA, printed in 2 pieces, just right here. You know, I think there's a line that would be right here. So it's the bottom piece and then the top piece. So they're real comfortable. I think somebody commented that they thought that these seemed a little too big in one of the pictures. I'm going to put one on just to kind of show you. So these are all marked. All of my pieces are marked since my son helps me put them on. I think I've mentioned that before. All but the shins, and we always have trouble with the shins. I don't know why I haven't marked them yet, but I just slip right on. Well, perfect fit, I think. And one of the things that I wanted to make sure of with this suit is it's a real slim suit. It's nanotech, so it's supposed to hug Iron Man's body and just be like, not like a suit like the big bulky Iron Man suits of the past were, but just like almost like a skin suit, you know what I mean? And so I wanted to keep this thing looking slim. So a lot of these pieces that I had to adjust, especially like the thigh pieces and then the ankle pieces and stuff, and then the biceps, I actually had to size them different as well. The reason being is because I wanted to keep that slimness instead of anything that looked too bulky. I tried to get it as slim as possible. And that may be why somebody said that they thought that the wrist part looked too big, was because compared to, this is actually a perfect size, and compared to everything else it's kind of slimmed down. I guess this would look a little big, maybe. I'm not sure. But that is that. I think I did a fantastic paint job on these too. These look good. Pretty happy with those. Alright, moving on. Moving on up. These are the bicep pieces, and they are probably the most damaged pieces that I have currently because they were finished a long time, like right after the chest was done. I think I printed these, and they've kind of been sitting around, tried on 1,000 times, and they've kind of been sitting underneath my suit, and they've gotten knocked over 100 times and stuff. So they look like I've been wearing them for 100 cosplays. But I think I'm going to go in and repaint them. Probably not before this weekend, but before I do anything else, if I'm ever asked to do another thing, because of all the little marks and scrapes, especially all on the inside here and such. So I'm watching this on the other screen, and see, my screen is showing just how badass this web camera is, and it just doesn't show it on YouTube side. That's crappy. Because I mean, I can see in full detail on my computer, on my OBS. But there's a light here, and then it's just got, if you guys watch the making videos of this, these bicep pieces and the thigh pieces both have little extra printed pieces that I made that go on the inside and reset. I mean, it's like most of the lights that are on the suit, while I was making the suit, I drilled the LED lights and I stuck the LEDs through, and then I put the light covers on afterwards. These, I actually cut them out, and I created a little piece to put the LEDs in and glued them in, and then was able to put this flat over the top. So they're different. You can see, let's see, on the inside, that little blue part right there. Let's put in there. I think that has, most of these have 3 LEDs per light in them. Probably a white one in the middle and blue ones on the outside, or else a blue one in the middle or 2 white ones on the outside. I can't remember off the top of my head. I can see though. plug one in. Am I plugging the wrong side in? I was plugging the wrong side in. So it looks like a blue one in the middle and white ones on the outside. So I had to paint it with white over the outside to kind of dull the light down, because you can see just how bright this one is, this middle one. And these ones aren't supposed to be that bright. So I went over them with white paint, white acrylic paint, kind of dull them down a little bit. Just leave those on. So those are the bicep pieces there. Oh, and these I trimmed too, because in order to get movement, because these go on, and then they had right here in the front a piece that goes into a point right here, and you couldn't bend your arm up. It went into a perfect point that fit right into there. So I think what I might do is reprint these with that point, and then make a mold of them and redo them in silicone. That way I can make this down here flexible and still be able to have that covering it. Because with both of these on, when I bend my hand you can't tell much. When I straighten my hand out, you can see a gap. So for the most part, I just kind of hold my hands out, like, you know. So, anyways, that's the biceps, triceps. Triceps. Alright, so I think we've done all of the extensions. So we've done the shoes, ankles, the thighs, the biceps and triceps, the hands, the helmet, and all we've got left is the body. The body. What's up, Free Fire Vlogs? I love when people just go, hi. I'm sorry if I'm not responding to anybody like right off the bat. Since I'm up and walking around, it's a little bit hard to turn around and see the screen. So we've got the picture up, mirrored right here, and what I'm going to do is show you the front first, and then I've got a picture queued up to go over the front of this for the back. So that's just kind of been a reference up in the corner so you guys can see it on me, since I can't do this video with it on. And I've already done a video with a time lapse of me putting everything on, so I didn't want to do this video just like a live putting it on, because it takes like I said, it takes 30 minutes. You know how long have we been doing this for? Let's see how long this has been on. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. Oh, let's do the neck first, and then we'll do that. So this is the neck piece here, and this is another piece that I had to slim down. It has Velcro over here on the side, but it's not necessary because this actually kind of just goes together with force. It has little zip ties here on the side that kind of hinge, allow it to hinge. And then I had Velcro over here so it would go together, and just Velcro on the other side. But actually, the way that this fits inside of this piece here, it closes it. So I actually didn't need anything on this other side. It closes it with force. So I'm going to take that Velcro out of there. And this just kind of, all I do is put it over and put it on. And then I put that thing on top, and the force from the front and force from the back, keep it closed. And those on the side just kind of lock it in place. So, or keep it kind of aligned and such. But this actually had it has like a line right here. So it went 1, 2, and then there was a third one down here. No, maybe up here. Yeah, it was up here. So there was an extra piece around here, and I ended up having to cut that off with a Dremel because it went like way up underneath. Like it pushed into my ears underneath. It was terrible. And the only thing that sucks about taking it low is now when the helmet's on, I think you can basically, in this part here, you can see my chin. If I look up too high. Hence, the reason I shaved my beard. Because my beard was like sticking out from underneath my helmet and between this and my helmet. Like you could see this fur patch that was going on. It was wild. So, shaved. I had 2 reasons I shaved. That reason, and because my buddy, my best friend's going bald. And I was thinking the other day, I don't know if I'm ever going to go bald. I don't have any bald guys in my family, so I'm probably not, but I don't know. I've never grown my hair out before. So I was like, I'm going to grow my hair out just to do it one time. I don't want it. I don't want long hair, but I'm going to do it just because I want just to do it one time. And I didn't want to get Ginger Jesus comments. If I would have had my beard and long red hair at the same time, then you know people would have been like, Ginger Jesus? And I didn't want that. So, shaved and Iron Man. That's number 2, shaved. So, it works. Works for everybody. So this is tough because the stand's broken. When my daughter ran through the house and knocked this all over, it broke the actual stand. So it's a little tough, but there's a video that I have that shows this entire thing. If you guys want to see the inside, check that out. I'm not going to show it in this video because it would just take too long. But it's it just slides right over like that. And then I've got to pull for one. This is like the only part I can do by myself with this entire suit. I don't know why this isn't tight. But you can see there. I've got pants on, so crotch area is not going to fit in right. So that goes together like that. There's little clips on the side that once I pull these, there's these little straps that I pull here and it straightens everything up, hinges it all in, gets it perfect. This way. You can see the straps dangling down now. I'm not going to strap them up because I can't. It's one thing that my kid has to do. He goes in here and hooks. Well, he hooks these front ones together first, the cinch ones, and then while he's clipping these up here, there's 2 on each side, 1 and 2. I grab these down here and pull it tight, which pulls this close like that, and I kind of just suck it in. that's that. So front piece is made out of 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5 pieces all together. It was printed in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pieces. Just this front ensemble here was about 17 printed pieces. But this front, you can see, moves. That's so I can, while it's on, I can still kind of bend around and move. Yeah, you don't like long hair either. Sorry, just now reading it. Hold on one second. Let me read all your stuff. I've been paying attention to doing the video that I'm just now looking over, and I just realized that there's all your comments over here. Okay. I'm your favorite YouTuber. That's awesome. Thank you. Would you do a giveaway? We're actually in the process of doing a giveaway. I'm going to be doing a giveaway Sunday. So if you didn't get in on that one, yes, we will be doing another one. Don't worry. I love doing giveaways. They're so much fun. But I got to think of something cool to do. Like we're doing the Avengers Endgame giveaway right now, which closed last week. And will be announced Sunday. But we'll be doing a Patreon giveaway and some other stuff. And then, but I got to figure out something cool because the Deadpool thing was really cool. The in-game Deadpool. But anyways, you can see it moves like that. And that's because it's got straps right here, in here, on the inside. And I can actually unclip this and take this whole thing apart. And then the electrical hooks up in one piece here in the middle that I can unclip too. So this whole section can be taken off. I'm just not going to because it takes a second to put it back in. It's got padding all in here, and all in the back. So all the clips that were inside were previously put in before I put the padding in, and the padding went over it. So it makes if I were to do this over again, then I would realize that it needed padding, and I would probably put the clips in a lot different, put them in a way that would go along with the foam, or the clips along with the foam padding. So yeah, I get to see the new movie tonight. Yeah, I'm excited. That's why I'm doing this, because I'm going to be wearing this tomorrow and Saturday, and then doing the giveaway Sunday. So we're doing this tonight to show you guys all the different pieces. Anyways, that's the front. And this will be pulled tighter, so, well, not that side. That'll be pulled tighter, so that'll go down. I just got to figure out why it's not tightening that. Usually I just pull the 2 inside straps, so I got to see if it's caught on something. Okay, now the back. Now I can't see. Let's cue up the back real quick. I've got another image. Let's hide that one. Bring up that one. Alright. So the back's got the butt piece, which looks a lot better whenever I've got my morph suit on, because we'll pull this all together and it fits right on to where it needs to go. So it's got the butt piece, the lower back piece, and then the upper back piece, which since I can't see it, I'm not going to count how many each one of these were, but it's right around like 12 to 15 pieces altogether that came into these 3 pieces. The butt piece is held on with nylon straps to the lower back piece. They're glue and melted on to the lower back piece here, but the lower back piece is clipped onto the upper back piece, so I can unclip this entire lower back, and the lower back and the butt piece come off together. Just like the front abdomen with the chest piece, it's the same thing. And then, like the same deal, it just unclips. So, and then I've got electrical hookups in here that will hook up the top part and the back part and all that stuff. So Let me take this up. Yeah, go ahead. Ask me a question. Ask whatever questions you want. I may not see it for a second, only because I'm trying to get through this. I keep forgetting about that thing. But here, let me take this on. Ask me any question. Ooh. Actually, I think with this thing here, I might be able to bring this up and show you guys. There's the padding on the back. Can you do a Google Play card giveaway challenge? I'm not 100% sure what a Google Play card challenge would be. That sounds interesting. I'll look into that. I'll look it up and see what are you talking about a play card with money on it so you can get it for like Google stuff? That's the, oh, let me go back over this way. That's the battery pack there. And I don't have the battery off the top of my head. It might say on the front there. And that's the big arc reactor with all the lights. Then you can see all the wiring and foam and stuff on the inside. And then this down here, you can see the straps there. This up here is the chest piece, and that right there is the abs. So you can see that strap there. There's one in the middle, and there's one over here on the side that strap the abs on with a clip to the top part. So, same thing, the back might be easier to see. Yeah, you can see those clips there, and right there. And there's the lower back, and then there's the butt. So that's all the inside of it. You can see on my phone where I put butt, and then arms, and then there's, it should say up here like neck or something. Okay, I'm gonna put this down. So that was a little inside look, right? That was these batteries, I'd like to show you these only because they are awesome batteries. I hardly ever replug them in. They last forever. And I can get a 9-volt for that helmet, and it's only I gotta get a 9-volt every single time. Every single time I wear it, because it only lasts for about 30 minutes to an hour. I've got these 5800 milliamps per hour, 3.7 volt batteries that are just phenomenal. You can order these on Amazon along with the charger and along with the little boxes that you can use to hook up electrical stuff. And these, I haven't recharged them yet since I've been building this thing, and I've had this thing on with a lot of LEDs running. So, and they're still running just as bright. These things are bad to the bone. Let's see. Also, you can see the new movie. You can't see the new movie without a Google Play card? If you can make my dreams come true. You can't see it without a Google Play card? Yeah. Do they not show in-game in your area? Like, what's the deal with all that? How about I do a DVD giveaway? An in-game DVD giveaway. That'd be fun. They have all those guys who do reviews and stuff. My fly's open. They have all those guys who do reviews and everything, and they always give away DVDs. And PlayStation 3s, have you guys seen that? Those people who do reviews, they give away PlayStation 3s like crazy, and it's like, how do you get so many PlayStation 3s? Unless you've been doing this giveaway for like 3 years with one PlayStation. I've never seen them do a giveaway video, like giving it away, but they're always advertising for your chance to win a PlayStation 3 and all these Google Play and all this different stuff, so. You have to pay with a Google Play. Are you from a different country? Like, what's the deal with the Google Play card? I mean, I pay my theater in cash. Your parents not let you go watch in-game? Like, what's up with that? That's crazy. I'll get you a DVD or something when it comes out. Maybe we can do that. And I'll remember you. Right? Anyways, that's my entire Iron Man suit, guys. I'll count the pieces, just not the pieces total printing, but the pieces total together. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 pieces altogether. 28 individual pieces that have to be put on. That's not including all the individual pieces for the fingers. I just counted the top hand with the fingers all as one piece. So that's that. It's like Netflix. I guess I don't know much about Google Play. I thought Google Play was where you get apps and stuff from if you're using a Android phone. Is that not correct? And isn't Google Play where all those, like, the type of card that all those scammers try to get? Like a Google Play card, they try to get you to go to Walmart and get a Google Play card? Is that right? Or is it just like a gift card? Or Green Dot card or something? I watch all those scam videos. They're hilarious. That one guy who masks his voice as an old lady, if you guys have not seen that, you need to find him. Sometimes he'll wear a wig and he'll mask his voice. Dude, it's hilarious. God, it's so funny. It is so funny. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Wanted to make a video showing you guys the entire suit piece by piece. I said that I was going to make one last video. Decided to just go ahead and do it real quick. I don't really feel like editing today because I'm going to be going to watch the movie tonight. I've got to get up at like 5 o'clock. So I'm literally going to be watching the movie tonight at like 10:15 or 10:30. I get the theater all to myself. Me and my son, Super Dad and his boy, get to watch in-game by ourselves anywhere we want to sit before anybody else. And then we probably won't get out till 1. He's got school the next morning, and I've got to be up by like 5 a.m. And then I won't get to bed till later that night. So I really didn't want to make this video and then try to take the time to edit it and things like that. So I just figured I'd do this live, and then it would just be archived so you guys could go back and see the entire thing with all the mistakes and all that jazz in it. Plus I get to test out my new C922 Logitech camera, which I'm gonna have to figure out why it's showing up really, really good on my OBS, but it's not showing up the greatest on my actual video that I'm watching the live stream to see how it shows up. So yeah, see, I thought they were only for the Google Play stores too. Can you buy me one? This person wants one bad. Wants a Google Play card. That's funny. Made me forget what I was going to say. Oh yeah, be here Sunday, 4 o'clock for the live stream for the giveaway. That's going to be awesome. Everybody that entered into it, make sure that you're here for the live stream, 4 o'clock. And I'm probably going to do any giveaways that we do from here on out on the live stream, the scheduled live stream. So not these like sudden, we're going live videos like today, but like the actual scheduled live streams for Sundays at 4 o'clock. We'll be doing that. I forgot what I was going to say. There was some particular that I needed to tell you guys. I've got some carbon fiber filament coming in, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of stuff with that because I heard it's super strong. But what else was I gonna? I'm looking around like, what the heck else was I gonna do? I don't know. I don't remember now. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's gone. It's gone from my head. So, we'll see you guys Sunday. You guys may see one more video between now and then come out. I'm not 100% sure. I've got one that I'm working on, but I think it's going to be for my other channel. I'm doing car reviews on a completely different channel. It doesn't even have any subscribers, and I'm not going to ask you to go over there and subscribe. It's just for if anybody wants to see a review for Hertz. And then you guys can go check out my son. He's at Breaking Games 959. You can go check out his channel. And oh, I was going to ask if you guys would like to see if the theater has Wi-Fi. Would you guys like to see the whole meet and greet live? That's what I was going to ask. Um, yeah, I got a busy weekend too. A really busy weekend. That's why I'm lucky I get to see it tonight. I got to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was going to see it tomorrow first showing, and they told me that I could come in there tomorrow first showing. But since they want me after the first showing and before the first, or before the second, like in that little middle section, I was like, I'd rather just come tonight. Have the whole theater myself. I won't be packed in, so I won't be having to like search for a seat or anything. And I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody. I'll not get on. I haven't got on YouTube and watched any videos because I don't want anybody spoiling it. I know a lot of people go and pay theaters and stuff to see movies early as soon as they get films in. They try to go in and pay to see it and stuff, and just so they can do early reviews and be the first people to go in and make money on YouTube. So I know that a lot of people do that. So I haven't been on YouTube all day today. I don't want to see any videos. I don't even want to see a caption that might spoil it. I'm excited about tonight. Um, Follow me on Instagram because I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but I'll probably post an Instagram picture later or something like if it was good or bad. But you know it's going to be good. You know it's going to be good. That, God, you know it's going to be good. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Like always, like every time this live stream ends, I'm probably going to be standing here not doing anything for a second because I've got to end one and then end the other, and it takes a little bit of a lag time in between. So we'll see you guys Sunday. Make sure that you're here Sunday at 4 o'clock.